Wait a minute, this isn't a stream, this is a new video! Yes, I forgot that I made videos for a long while, but, yeah, that's what you get for when you keep streaming for a long period of time. You kind of forget certain things, like making videos and, trying to balance it out between the two. But anyways, there's a lot of dumb things that Phil has said, and I love hearing the input of my audience for that, but that's the reason why I stream. But for this, I had to make a video about it. So apparently Phil talked about Starfield when he came back to playing it. He goes on to say that it was actually interesting. But yeah, he wants to bring up points about people who save scum and then let his delusion of grandeur get in the way of things. Like he always tends to do.
Last night, I played Starfield for the first time in weeks, and I focused solely on the story.
Yeah, we know you focused mostly on the story, but it was still really boring.
And the story was getting interesting. Now, I don't know if the story will continue to ramp up and get more and more interesting the further into the game we get, because now we're about 40 hours in.
Well, then again, if it's 40 hours in and you're not hooked on the story, then it shows the game is not that good.
But it definitely was interesting last night.
It's only interesting because your deluded state of mind demands it to be interesting.
A whole new, enemy was introduced to the game that I wasn't expecting at this point. I wasn't expecting new enemies and things to be introduced, and they are.
Huh, so a game actually brings out new enemies as the game goes on. Huh, color me shocked.
Which is kind of neat. And now there's a new ongoing plot line and mystery that's happening. Oh, that's interesting. So I'm actually eager to play more Starfield.
I'm sorry, I thought your wife said that you didn't have to go back and play it, Phil. I thought your wife told you that you don't have to go in and stream the game. I mean, for God's sakes, you held it off for so long and then you go back. Now everything's interesting. What isn't interesting? Does you see a new billboard for like a sex shop? He says, huh, that's interesting.
On Wednesday night and see where this plot goes.
No one really cares. I'm sorry, people have already beaten the game and moved on, but yet you're going to still hold back on it to try to milk people's monies. I know that's what you're going to try to do, but it's going to fail.
I'm just not too confident that it's going to go somewhere satisfactory by the end of the game. But so far, that was a really cool twist and a new, plot line introduced last night, and I actually really enjoyed it.
Even though we've seen the gameplay footage, you look bored.
I ended my stream in a bad place because basically there's a situation in the game where someone's out to get you and you have to escape, but you don't know at first that this enemy, if you can believe it, is invincible. You think,
imagine that. They add in something new and something to give you a twist to keep you on the edge of your seats, but you looked bored while playing it. But then again, people already knew about this invincible enemy.
oh, maybe I can fight them. So you start pulling out weapons and shooting, and what ends up happening is you're in the middle of a city when you're doing this, so there's collateral damage that's unavoidable. It's just going to happen. There's nothing you can do about it. You don't know you're supposed to be running and escaping. You think maybe you can fight this thing.
I love how Phil's like giving like a school report on something that everyone already knew about. But it's like, for God's sakes, Phil, people have already played this game and they moved on to brighter pastures.
So,
oh yeah, oh my God, look at this. God, man, I'm clicking my soundboard at the snort so bad right now.
I unload into the enemy, and after about, 5 minutes of trying to fight it, I realized there's no way to kill this thing. Like, I've been trying the whole time. It's not going to die. It's just going to keep following me, so I guess I just got to escape. So I escape, and then come to find out, like, the entirety of the galaxy hates me. Oh, well, because you unloaded in the middle of that city, there was collateral damage. Now there's a million bounties on your head, and everyone wants you dead. And
it just sounds like Phil in real life, how supposedly the whole world hates him and wants him gone.
I'm like, now, wait a minute. Let's think about this for a second, okay? This is a actual main story beat, a main story plot line in the game.
Yeah, it's scripted for a reason, Phil. That's what the story is entailing. It's scripted.
That this segment happens. It's scripted that this happens, that you're hunted and something's coming after you.
And yet, why are you surprised? You just said that it's scripted. Hell, I even said it was scripted.
And you have to escape. But at first, you don't know you have to escape. So, of course, the first thing you're going to think about is, let me try to fight and see if I can, defend myself.
I think that the game actually told him to escape, but yeah, Phil didn't listen or look at the fucking warning sign, and he decided to open fire on the city anyway.
Everyone's going to do this. So why not, during this portion of the game, have a special element where you don't get bounties for fighting the thing, because you're fighting it in a city. I just want you to think about how stupid that is.
I don't know if you have any complaints, go complain to Todd Howard. I mean, for God's sakes, when it came to Street Fighter 6, if anyone was having issues with it, you even said, go complain to Capcom.
The problem is, I didn't make the game unfair. I didn't do that. Capcom did. Capcom made it so that different platforms have different input delay and it's unfair advantage. Complain to them, not me. Sorry, complain to them. You're complaining to the wrong person. I didn't make the fucking game broken, they did.
Why don't you do that? Go complain to Bethesda, Phil.
They knew this was a major part of the plot. They knew that most people would probably try to at least once fight back. And instead of saying, okay, let's suspend this element. This isn't someone outright committing a crime in the city. This is someone trying to defend themselves because there's something after them. And let's just make it so that this part of the game is fun. It's fast-paced. You try to fight it, you fail, then you run on to the next part of the story.
I love how Phil immediately assumes that he was supposed to do that, even though the game probably told him to do so, to escape. But I love how his own chat is saying, like, hey, you did nothing wrong, and it's just a Bethesda bug, dude.
No, that was too hard for Bethesda. That would actually have taken some effort to kind of like code that into the game.
Okay, here we go. He's going in to blame the developer for adding in that part of the game. I mean, my God, Phil, they probably did that intentionally, but you looking at it thinking that, oh no, it's just an error. They shouldn't have done that. They don't know how to program things right. I mean, for God's sakes, Bethesda's been around for, I don't know, decades now.
So instead, still have all the bounties and all the systems in place as if this story element isn't happening, ignoring it, right? Like, oh, someone's defending themselves from something trying to kill them. You know, oh, they committed heinous crimes. What are you talking about? This thing was killing everything. So what are you talking, like, what the fuck? It just...
Well, then again, Phil, since you love to have that stormtrooper aim, you probably tried to attack the damn thing, but you kept killing NPCs and you kept blowing shit up. I mean, I can understand why, even though you're trying to save the city, all of a sudden, oh, nope, collateral damage. Oh, innocent lives are lost? Blame the guy who's open firing.
Just really badly done, in my opinion. Just like a lot of parts of this game. It feels like they laid the groundwork for something good, but they only did like the very base level work, and they never bothered to go anything past that base level of understanding of what the game should have been.
Keep in mind, Phil said that Starfield was going to be the Baldur's Gate 3 killer. He actually full on said that this game was going to be better than Baldur's Gate 3.
But once Starfield hits, you're likely not going to hear anything about Baldur's Gate ever again. I'm sorry, but that's just the way of things.
And yet, for some reason, I just don't see anything positive about Starfield at all. All I'm seeing more of is how Baldur's Gate 3 is really good.
Just suspend the fucking bounty system for 5 minutes during the segment. Then you could play through it and then reinstate it after the segment's over. Is that so hard?
I love how he's just asking his audience about it, and yet he thinks that people from Bethesda are watching his videos. It's like, hey, this is Darkside Phil, guys. You should know. You should have done this in the game. Come on, Todd Howard. You should watch this video. You should be listening to us, but Todd Howard doesn't give a fuck what you think, Phil.
Like, really? Is that so fucking hard? It's like game programming 101. I could have easily told you, as a game director, I could have told you, do that. This makes sense.
Well, then again, Phil, this was Todd Howard's creation. This was essentially his baby. Not essentially his magnum opus, but keep in mind, he actually put in everything that needed to be done. How he wanted bounties to be done, how he wanted space exploration to be, and how he wanted the gameplay to be, Phil. It's all entirely on Todd Howard. But you, a guy that claims to know everything about programming 101 and game direction, you're just talking out of your ass. You're just providing no solutions and adding on more problems.
It makes the game fun.
Then again, Phil, any game that's fun, you don't think it's fun. Final Fantasy 16 is calling. Every single time that you're trying to mash on the controller, even though it's simplistic fucking gameplay, you still find a way to complain about it.
I guess that's not what they were going for. Fun? Oh, they don't want that in Starfield.
I mean, fun in a DSP stream? Nah, that's not what he was going for. He just tried... Oh, wait, no, wait, hold on. I got it wrong. Hang on. The script is wrong. Hang on. Oh, he actually wants it to be fun. Huh, must be falsely advertised.
So, it actually, is pretty stupid in my opinion. So what's going to end up happening probably is I'm probably going to have to reload the game. Luckily, I did a hard save, like, right before that story element had happened.
Just like you do with all the rest of the Bethesda games. You did it a lot throughout Morrowind, and you did a lot through Oblivion. I mean, my God, it's quite obvious that's what you like to do.
So I'm probably going to have to reload it and then play it differently, which is going to be stupid. You know, I'm going to tell you a pet peeve of mine.
Oh God, Phil has a pet peeve. He's in siege mode. He's about to tell you what his pet peeve is.
All right? As you guys know, when I play these kind of RPGs, I make important decisions, right?
Yeah, important decisions that lead to nowhere.
Sometimes you have morality decisions to make, gameplay decisions to make on your build or your leveling or whatever you're going to do.
Even though he doesn't give a fuck about any of that. The only reason why he has to do the save scums or he has to hard save, manual save, is due to the fact that he's getting his ass kicked. So he thinks, oh, I'm just going to reload my save. Maybe I'll play better this time doing the same thing over and over again.
And 99% of the time, unless there's a very strong reason to not do this, I would always stick with what happens. I do not usually save scum.
Oh, yes, you fucking do. Shut the fuck up, Phil. Just shut your fucking gouty mouth up. You have save scummed throughout most of the games that you've played. Even though they were on an emulator or not, you still save scum. You do, Phil. So I just love how you're immediately pointing out your own hypocrisies by calling it a pet peeve.
During these kind of games.
But that doesn't excuse all the other times you save scum, Phil.
I want it to feel like an honest first-time playthrough is an honest first-time playthrough where my decisions stick.
Also, keep this in mind. This is also the same guy that when you're ever in doubt, you cheat. He's done it before with multiple games he's played. Granted, not recently, but he has done it before.
And there's direct consequences and repercussions for my choices and actions during my honest first playthrough.
But then again, you can say the same thing about your streams. There's always a consequence to your streams, pimp.
Right? Did you know there are plenty of people going out there doing playthroughs of these kind of games? They don't do that. They literally, before every single major decision, they do a hard save. And then they'll actually do every option to see the different ones. And then they'll pick the best one and stay with that one.
Well, yeah, because they want to make it more entertaining. They want to see how the story progresses if you pick a certain option. I've seen a lot of people do that, Phil. They're at least doing it to be entertaining, and they're doing it to be informative. This is what happens when you do this option. This is what happens when you do the second option. I mean, for God's sakes, Phil. Fun factor here. And how's that a bad thing, though? I love how immediately he had to do this. Hang on. I have to slow this down. See, just look at his face when he said this shit.
And then they'll pick the best one and stay with that one.
I actually don't know why it's more hilarious that Phil slowed down, makes him sound more intoxicated. But yeah, just look at that. Just look at that. That's the face of a guy that doesn't understand that people can have fun in their own way. But then again, going back to Tears of the Kingdom, when he's complaining about people making mechs in the game, just building shit. Same thing with Starfield, building ships. Oh no, why do that? Oh, that's not fun. That's stupid, dude. That's entirely fucking stupid. It's like, Phil, let people have fun in their own way, dude.
Talk about, going through life being a pussy.
That's totally rich coming from you, Philly boy. That is totally fucking rich. You go through life dealing things like a pussy that you are. Side Scroll's interview comes a knocking. When something happened, when they're interviewing you and they're asking you the hard-hitting questions, you immediately grabbed your fat wife, held her in front, and be like, no, guys, my family. Oh, I couldn't do things to my family. Oh, yeah, did you know Kat had her ex-boyfriend has a restraining order? It's like, you use everyone as a prop, and you use them as a shield to cower behind, Phil. You live your life as a fucking pussy. When people tell you to go get a real job, you immediately go, oh, but this is a job. This is a job. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, see, the way that you just said that, Phil, it just spoken like a true pussy that you are.
I'm sorry, but that's a pet peeve of mine.
Phil, again, let them have fun the way they want to have fun. Let them enjoy the game the way that they want to. But then again, we see you playing games and quote-unquote enjoying them. Essentially looking at your chat, hoping they give you a big donation, as well as having your hand held. That's entirely the way you, quote-unquote, have fun.
If you're someone who's playing for yourself and you want to do that, I mean, that's fine.
Again, they're playing it for themselves, but if they have an audience, which again, not everybody does so, they could do whatever they wish. Don't sit there and try to generalize that's what everybody is doing.
But imagine if you're doing a playthrough for a live audience or an audience on YouTube on demand, right? And you cannot commit to any choices you make. You have to actually always pick the optimal outcome for every choice. Like, what the fuck kind of going through a game is that? Like, that drives me bonkers.
Phil, shut the fuck up for a minute here and just think about it. What if they did the first option, they didn't like the outcome of it, and they wanted to reload it and do an option that actually they enjoy? That option that they like, Phil, that's not an issue. That is not a problem. You're thinking it as a problem, thinking, oh no, they should just sit there and just play the game all the way through. Oh, what's that? They get cucked in the video game? Oh, they should let them get cucked. Oh, that's the option that they picked? They should stick to it. Like me, Darkside Phil, Tyrone's here. Oh, hi, Tyrone. Here to see my wife again.
I remember, even back in the day when I was playing Fallout 3 in New Vegas, I said to the audience, listen, when I make a decision, it sticks. That's the whole point, is that you have to live with the repercussions of your choices.
Yeah, why don't you live the repercussions of your own choices, Phil? I mean, for God's sakes, every single time that you stream, you want to deflect it saying that's detractor's fault or another factor's fault, the reason why you're not successful. But then again, you want to back that up and say, oh, but I am successful. They're just jealous of my success.
And it makes the playthrough more interesting. It really does.
It really doesn't, Phil. The way that you play any Bethesda game, it's entirely boring.
And that really drives me nuts that there's people out there that will abuse the game system and just get around everything.
Then again, Phil, you are not opposed to cheesing your way through life and cheesing your way through games. If there's a boss pattern that you can't get behind, you cheese it. I mean, we could say the same thing about Street Fighter 6, Phil. You cheese your way through your spam tactics.
You know? So, for me, I don't like reloading. I don't, unless I have to.
But you reload on a constant, Phil. You always do.
Like, let's say I'm completely out of lockpicks, and there's only one, I have to go through and lock the door, and it's really tough to lockpick. Then I'll save scum to get through there so we can continue on with the playthrough or whatever.
I thought you don't save scum, Phil, but now you're just admitting that you save scum. I mean, you're a fucking hypocrite. Why, you think Kettleton was made?
But
Kettleton, put that gun down. It's not worth it.
when it comes to a game like this, I don't like having to reload story segments and redo them because something didn't go my way.
Again, the reason why people could do that is they don't like the outcome. They want an outcome that fits them, an outcome that actually works for them. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, Phil, but you're sitting there going, oh, people that do that, they're not real gamers, they're just pussies.
I wish there was a way to get out of the situation that I'm in right now, but it certainly does not seem like that, right?
Then why don't you save scum? Oh, wait, I forgot. You don't save scum, right?
Right?
He's drinking his cherry limeade seltzer water that he claims he hated. Hope yum 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 chew 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 yum
So,
yum yum.
I guess when we play again on Wednesday night, we're going to probably have to reload. What else can I say? We're going to have to.
Yeah, but I gotta have to save scum, guys. I'm sorry, even though it's a pet peeve of mine. God.
I don't know what else to do.
Why don't you just, I don't know, play the game all the way through? Have the world or the whole galaxies coming after you. Oh, right, you don't like that outcome.
I hate that, but it is a pet peeve of mine.
Then quit stuttering and actually fully commit to the act, Phil. Commit to your own convictions. Just say that you don't like to save scum, just keep going. But no, you have to stutter your words.
And I wish that they designed the game better. But
again, that's entirely how Todd Howard wanted it in the game, Phil. Like I said, just go complain to Todd Howard.
Looks like we have to reload to go back before this chaos ensued. And essentially, now that I know that this thing that's out to hunt me literally cannot be killed, what's the point in even fighting it?
Well, then again, Phil, you just said that most people would do that on their first attempt. I mean, for God's sakes, you just fully said that, I don't know, 4 minutes ago.
Right? Instead, I'm just going to have to run. I'm just going to have to book it. And that way, hopefully, I won't, have no collateral damage and just get out of there.
Maybe they might just say that, oh yeah, he didn't try to save us. We hate you now.
And hopefully then, it'll just continue on with the main storyline or whatever, and there won't be any issue, right?
And I love how he has to do that little twitch, because let's go back here and slow it down. Phil has this weird way of becoming a Looney Tunes character.
it'll just continue on with the main storyline or whatever.
Back to
and
drunk
there
Phil.
won't be any issue.
And he
Right.
just looks there, then looks back, because he thinks he has like a certain quirkiness to him, when in reality it just makes him look worse.
That's all I could think of to do to fix the situation. I don't know what else I should be doing, so...
Then just don't play Starfield again. Quit saying that it's interesting when you look bored.
Alright, anyway, so that's good. And I hope that you guys will join me for more Starfield later on the week, Wednesday night. I'm actually excited to see where the story goes at this point.
I'm so excited to play Starfield again. Can you tell my voice that I sound excited? I mean, I just sound absolutely bored. I don't want anything to do with Starfield. So after Phil just projected about people who save scum and his interest, in quotes, about Starfield, he went on to do his daily beg. For those that don't know what the daily beg is, he does this every single time he gets on the stream. He immediately starts talking about, oh, keep yourself engaged, build engagement to my channel, guys. Yeah, give me likes, give me comments, give me tips, give me super chats, give me super thanks, give me memberships. That's the daily beg, and it becomes really fucking annoying. But this one is particularly interesting due to the fact that on the 17th, Sonic Superstars came out, and, well, you already saw the Sonic shirt. He has more to this.
I am shocked. Shocked. Well, not that shocked.
So I'm decked out in Sonic attire, and I announced this yesterday. Let's make it official, all right? During the entirety of Sonic Superstars, every single time I play this game, if we hit the hat goal of $100 of tips raised, I will put on the throwback classic long-standing Sonic the Hedgehog hat and wear it for that stream.
And that hat just looks like it's seen better days. But for those that don't know what that hat is, he had that as a profile picture of him wearing the Sonic hat, and it just makes him extra special. I mean, this is almost like Chris Chan levels of special.
Okay? So, thank goodness that this game released in the fall, because if this is released in the middle of the summer and I'd be sweating bullets wearing this thing, it would have been pretty uncomfortable.
Oh, boo fucking who, Phil? You have an AC unit that was blowing in your office throughout the summer. Boo fucking who? It's not like you had no AC in your office.
Yes, the return of the Sonic hat. Have not worn this consistently in a very long time. So yes, if we hit the hat goal, you will see the return of the Sonic hat. So if you want to see me wear this silly hat all day long, consider tipping today. I mean, it just so happens that tipping is the best way to support the streams right now with the amount of games I need to buy.
I love the fact that he immediately, looked very jerky when he said the tipping part. Like, for God's sakes, Phil, we already know that you're trying to buy all these games, but at the same time, WWE Champions comes a-calling, and Hulk Hogan is at your door saying, hey, you hadn't given us money in a while, Philium. Where's our money?
With the delay in my YouTube payment this month, all of...
Oh, boo fucking who. For that, anyone that doesn't know about it, he usually gets paid on the 21st, and due to the fact that he has to wait until Monday to get it, he's bitching and complaining and bringing out the extra give me tips segments. It's really pathetic, and it's really sad, though. People who have a real job and just use this as a way to monetize their hobby, it's really sad to see Phil kind of like sweating bullets about it.
All of that going on. Tipping would help a lot anyway, but you get a really cool reward during this particular stream and other Sonic streams moving forward.
I don't know how people can look at that and be like, oh my god, that's such a great reward. I could better give out my fucking paycheck just so Phil can wear the Sonic hat. Woo!
If we get that tips goal, so please consider it. Okay? Cool.
Yeah, it is not cool, Phil. In fact, it, like I said, just makes you look extra special.
So it's locked in. It's official. Sonic may be returning. Sonic hat, I should say.
Well, then again, you're playing Sonic Superstars because, oh my god, I'm a fan of Sonic, even though he doesn't care for Sonic. He'll lie and say that he's a fan of something when he really isn't.
For this playthrough. Okay.
Guys, you gotta give me that money for the Sonic hat, because Sonic's gonna save my channel.
Outside of that, another great way to help the channel today would obviously be gifted memberships. We lost 200 freaking members in the...
Oh, God. Yeah, he was up at around 670-something. Now he's down to 200, 476. Goddamn, dude. Guess nobody wanted to be a member after all.
last few weeks. It'd be great to get some of those back and get us back on the right track here. It's trying to eat me. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Oh, my God! You're kidding me!
Yeah, that's fast-paced Sonic action for you, baby! Runs completely into a pit.
I lost all my rings.
Well, yeah, that's how every Sonic game does, Phil. You're gonna lose your rings, and you gotta restart at the checkpoint and have to regain your rings.
Come on. Yo, that was so cheap.
How is it cheap, Phil? It's following a pattern.
Cheap instant death.
Phil, that wasn't an instant death. You ran right into the pit. God damn it, Phil. What the fuck? I'm pressing my fucking Philly make me angry button, but I forget I'm not streaming. Oh yeah, that's a sad face. Guys, I fell again. Any tips?
Are there infinite lives?
Looks like it.
I think there's infinite lives. Because it's not counting down any amount of lives.
What difficulty did you pick, Phil? Oh, god damn it, Phil. God damn it, Phil. Get fucked. Phil, you lost momentum and you lost speed. That's why you lost.
What the hell? What is this? This is the first boss?
No, that must be the mid-boss.
I've already died multiple times on the first boss because everything's a cheap instant death.
Phil, it's not a cheap instant death. All three of those were not cheap instant deaths. You fucked up.
Come on, dude.
Well, I am looking down at the tips, and apparently 1 Minute Man decided to give him money.
Oh no,
There you go, numbnuts.
I'm feeling about this right now. I'm gonna be honest with everybody.
Well, you paid the money, Phil. Well, yeah, $42. Yeah, he's not happy. Hey, I actually called it. Yeah, he's immediately looking over. It's like, are people giving me money? Can you give me money? God damn it.
Okay, I got through Act 1. I can't catch it. I'm trying. What am I supposed to do?
Well, Phil, you're trying to do something and you're failing miserably.
What the hell did I do wrong?
You weren't fast enough, Phil. I mean, one of the taglines for Sonic is gotta go fast.
How are you supposed to control that?
Well, Phil, you're too slow. He is getting extra fucking paranoid. He's immediately looking over at his chat. Then he has that bug eye like, duh, I don't know what happened. Where's my tip?
You can't control what circles there or what dots there are to swing on. They're just there. You can't even select what ring you want. You just have to put up with whatever rings are in front of you.
Well, they're doing it because that's how the game is programmed, Phil. I mean, for God's sakes, don't you know Programming 101?
That's really stupid. I hate that, actually.
Oh, yeah, there we go. He hates it. If it was Phil doing it, then every fucking ring gets selected. He could swing on all of them. Oh, what's that? The game's broken.
Because you're basically being punished for something you didn't design.
You're being punished for what you didn't design? No shit, Phil. The only reason why you're being punished is because you don't have good reflexes, dude. You're not playing the game good. That's why you're getting punished.
Right? I didn't make the stage. I didn't put the swinging things there, so why punish me and act like I did something wrong?
Then why don't you go complain to the developers that made Sonic Mania? I mean, aren't they the same people that made Sonic Superstars? Go complain to them.
So the last... What the hell?
Huh, looks like a new mechanic, and Phil isn't excited about the new mechanics. Huh, some Sonic fan.
I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to keep playing and hope for the best.
Yeah, he is not happy. Only $42? Mm-mm.
Catch the medals. So the goal is to hit the T. You must hit the T.
Huh, this looks like something for the classic Sonic games, Phil. And he's not excited about it. Color me shocked.
No, shitty ass.
Yep, he's been watching AVGN off screen.
Shitty ass.
I know, Phil, you do have one. Did Cat not wipe for you again?
No, 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 no. Ooh. No.
Well, yeah, now he's going clown mode, hoping that people could give him money.
Oh.
Oh, I'm not getting money. Ah!
No. No.
No!
No. No.
Okay, Phil, once was fine. All the other times that you've done it, annoying, dude.
Oh, no. No. I want to go left. I said I want to go left. I
Phil, you went left and you decided to go right.
want to go left. 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 I want to go left.
Phil, you're pressing the right as well. Like, for God's sake, dude.
Left, I said. No, I want to go left. No, I want to go left. Left.
Are anyone laughing at this yet, or are you just as annoyed as I am?
I want to go left. Okay, I went left. Oh my god.
Yeah, but not left on the platform you wanted to go to, Philium.
Oh shit, no, no, my bonus. My bonus. My bonus.
My YouTube bonus isn't coming until the 23rd. Fuck!
I missed my bonus.
You never get any bonuses, Phil. What, the $100 donation? That's the bonus that you wanting?
Shit. Why can't I? Oh, how was I supposed to see that? What the frick?
Yep, going clown mode just for the fact of going clown mode.
Oh, I couldn't get the boost. I did get the boost. It was too late. I can't get the medals now. So if you hit like one bomb, you're screwed. Those stages are so hard. You have to do it perfect, or else you can't get it.
Or you just gotta be quicker than that, Phil.
I can't even see what I'm doing. There's spikes everywhere.
Only saw them in two locations, Phil. They're not everywhere.
Who thought that doing a tiny camera like this is a good idea?
The developers that made Sonic Mania and the ones that made Sonic Superstars. Those were the people.
This is obnoxious.
Again, go complain to the developer then, Phil. I mean, isn't that what you do? Send them an email, say you're not satisfied?
It's like the whole point of Sonic is to go fast, but you can't go fast if you can't see what the hell you're doing.
Not only is Sonic supposed to go fast, or this is Sonic games in general, but you also have to time certain shit out. There are times where you have to slow it the fuck down and actually think your strategy with it. Where do you want to go? Do you want to go on one path or the other path, Phil? I mean, I know Sonic fanboys are getting upset with me saying that, but you know it's fucking true.
Right? I just went back. No, I went back the whole way. Oh my god. No, come on, stop going back the other way.
Well, Phil, why don't you press right?
Don't! Might as well play with my eyes closed. Right?
I mean, if you made that into a challenge, but then again, you're probably going to do that if you ever consider doing that, then please stop.
It's the same effect. I can't see shit. Wow, I got a force field and immediately lost the force field.
Yep, that's entirely on you.
Because I couldn't see anything, so I didn't know where to go or how to not hit the spikes. I can't see anything, so I don't know how I'm going to find anything. I can't fucking see. It's too dark. I can't see a thing. I'm just flying in the background of the stage now. Do I land? What happens here?
And you just fell into a pit. This is what happens when you do that, Phil.
What the hell?
What the hell? Clown mode? $42?
What the hell was that?
Yeah, he's immediately looking at his chat thinking, are people laughing at me? Hold on, chat, are you laughing at me? Why don't you give me money?
How are you supposed to know what to do there? So I'm gonna be honest.
Well, Phil, it's, you have to be cautious, which is something you're not good at.
Honest, we're an hour in, right? I'm definitely on the fence about this one.
Phil, you spent the money on it. You bought Sonic Superstars at 65 bucks. How can you be on the fence about it when you put the money down for it?
First of all, the characters definitely move slower than other Sonic games. Their controls are a little bit less responsive.
Well, Phil, they're supposed to be like the classic Sonic characters, so it makes sense why they're stiff.
But they added in a lot of new things, like these emerald powers, the bonus stages. I'm just double checking.
Yeah, I love how it's like showing the emerald power tutorial, but also $42.
So, figure this out, all right? Since I started playing the game, there's not been a single contribution.
So what, Phil? If you actually cared about streaming, money should not be a fucking factor. But the problem is that money is a factor to you. Your whole mind is based around greed. It's based around making money as fast as you possibly can. Doesn't matter if it's a day one release or it's not. You're expecting people to give you money for playing a video game as a job. How delusional do you think you are? Which is, don't answer that question because he's very delusional.
There was tons of contributions before. The moment I started playing the game, all contributions stopped.
Maybe people don't like Sonic, Phil. You know, subjectivity.
There's not been a tip. There's not been a super chat. There's not been a membership. There's been nothing.
Boo fucking who, Phil? And this is what you complain about other people doing, that they are immediately based around the money, not entertaining an audience or playing the game or enjoying the game. You're just in it for the money.
Since I started playing.
Why aren't y'all giving me money? Where? 1 minute, man, come back!
So, there you go. Thank you for watching so far. I hope you're enjoying. If you could support the stream in any way, I would appreciate it.
Yeah, give me money because I'm not satisfied with $42. I mean, come on, guys. I'm not even close to making up all the money I've lost. I mean, put down on this game.
I still have 2 hours left going here. And remember, my goal is at the least to hit the tier 1 tips goal every stream.
Which is every stream, which is $100 every stream.
This is a premiere stream.
Or every day, excuse me.
Remember, I told you guys I would wear the Sonic hat if we hit $100 in tips.
Yeah, but you gotta bring back that stupid fucking hat. He's like, come on, guys, you want me to look like an idiot? Well, you better give me $100.
And then, the moment I started playing the game, contributions completely stopped.
Boo fucking who, Phil? Who really gives a shit? Who fucking cares about contributions? Who cares about money? You claim that you're a gamer. You claim you have a passion for video games. Stop.
So,
it's all y'all's fault.
we'll see if I ever wear the Sonic hat at this rate.
Which I was hoping that did not happen.
I need to gather some information.
Yeah, and that's what he looked like with the Sonic hat on. Really stupid. Oh, trust me. 42.
So let me actually get Final Lap 87 up on the leaderboard for a very generous $58 super chat.
Oh, Jesus Christ. $58. Gotta go fast. Get a chili dog in you and finish strong. Who did this?
Thank you very much, Final Laugh. I appreciate that very much. Then that helps a lot. So here we go.
It only helps out to his YouTube check. Whoever said gotta go fast.
Okay. All right, let's continue, right?
Even he got a super chat trying to make up for the 48, trying to make it to $100. And I think this person clearly doesn't understand that he doesn't count super chats. He wants actual money so he can pull out a PayPal just so that he can pull out hoagies.
Right? No, super chats don't count towards the tips goal because tips are not super chats. They're completely different.
There we go.
We all know that. That's why they're called two different things. That's why they come in differently. They look differently. That's like saying, well, is the apple the same with an orange? If you have an apple counter, why don't you count it when someone hands you an orange? Because they're not the same. They're still good, but they're not the same. There you go.
I forgot he was making that stupid comparison about the apples to oranges, but later on he ended up calling it apples to apples now, which I don't understand why he got rid of that in the first place.
I'm confused. Anyway, let's shut this out. I got a very generous $58 tip.
Oh, go fuck yourself, whoever did. Who did it? From August.
from Final Lap 87.
Well, sounds like a sock account, but who knows?
Thank you to Final Lap 87. I appreciate that. It looks like Final
Wait, final laugh?
Lap originally.
Ah, so I think it was the same person that gave him the super chat, and then later on gave him the fucking tip. Fucking goddamn. How gullible do y'all have to be to give him money? Like, I honestly have to know. Are you that gullible?
Was trying to tip 58 to get the goal, but did it super chat and didn't realize that didn't count towards the tips goal. Well, thank you for that. A very generous tip. Big animation.
Yep, the $10 tip animation became the $50 animation. I mean, goddamn. Variety, ladies and gentlemen, variety.
And with that, it is official. We have the Sonic hat. All right, so.
Look at that, man. Look at him. Look at him with his patchy goatee. He looks so happy to be wearing that hat. How special do you have to be to wear this hat?
Time for some chili dogs. All right.
Goddamn. Jaleel White's gonna come and pimp slap you now.
Very nice. Oh my god. Like,
I agree 100%.
I'm just so tired of this stupid shit. I really am. Did I ever try a Sonic the Hedgehog chili cheese dog recipe? No, I did not.
No, because apparently if he does, the gout will flare up again.
Shit! We gotta go right. No, 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 no. That's it. It's over. It's over. It's too hard.
Phil, this is just like the classic Sonic games.
This is like, we're only on World 4, and this stage I've tried 3-4 times. I can't get past the first room. It's way too hard. Well, the same bonus stage again. This sucks.
Oh, this sucks, dude. Oh, this sucks. I gotta do bonus stages.
I can't beat this bonus stage, man. Oh my god.
Phil, you're not even trying anymore.
This is too... I'm never gonna beat this one. I'm serious. It's just too difficult.
Oh, it's just too difficult. Phil, you fell right into the red. Oh, look, it's the other bonus room that he hates. Oh, you better catch that emerald. Oh, come on. You gotta be quicker than that. You could just tell he's immediately trying to focus. Hunched over, hurting his back a little bit more so he can stay focused.
Oh my god. Yo, it's so hard.
I guess you didn't want it that badly.
They're getting way hard now.
Well, no shit, Phil. As the game progresses, it's gonna give you more challenge. Perish the thought.
Well, no emerald. And this is it. That was probably my last chance to get it. So I guess we're boned and we're not getting the emerald.
Well, why don't you die and try again?
These stages are way hard. Compared to the bonus stages in previous Sonic games, these are like ridiculously hard.
Then prove us wrong, Phil. Boot up an old Sonic game and try getting the special stages and actually passing through them all. Do it, you pussy.
And this is coming from someone who did them all in the previous games. Like, I always beat all the Sonic bonus stages.
Yeah, no, you didn't.
Who fucking cares?
Well, I guess he died. Now he's trying again. That is the face of a man who's either focused or constipated. Doesn't he look like he's having fun with that scowl on his face?
Not letting me do the jumper one. Sucks.
Phil, you almost had it and you completely fucked yourself.
These are too hard. You can't see what you need to target to get the emerald. It's so hard. It's one of the hardest bonus stages I've ever seen in a Sonic game.
Phil, they show you what you're targeting, Phil. You just don't want to target those.
Ever. I don't know why they made it that hard. Because
Again, blame the fucking developers, like you always claim for people to do.
it's not intuitive. It's just you gotta fuck around and get lucky and grab the right thing.
Or you just gotta have good reflexes, Phil. Something you do not have in a Sonic game.
And that's not challenge. That's just, I don't like that. It really feels like they made it like luck-based.
No, Phil, that is challenge. What does everything have to do with luck with you?
Rather than skill-based. And I don't like that at all.
Shut up. Nobody cares.
It always baffles me that Phil will always come back and try to project things that he clearly has no idea what he's talking about, especially with games like Starfield and Sonic. It's like, for God's sakes, Phil, if you really think that you're a programmer or know anything about programming, you should do a little bit more research in what the processes are for game development. But Phil will just sit there and go, it's not my fault that I'm not doing things right. It's their fault. It's Bethesda's fault. It's the developer's fault for Sonic Superstars. And not only that, but he'll instantly try to push people to giving him money, even though he shouldn't be caring about the money and he should be more focused on the game. For a man that has a passion for video games, it's clear as day that that has shifted over to money when people started giving him donations. But yeah, that's actually all that I got for the video right now. I'm just surprised I actually got a video done. So I'm gonna be doing this and streaming. I'm gonna try to find that equal balance of what could be acceptable for streaming and video making when the time arises. But with that, I will end off with the Phil prayer. Deliver us from the dents, deliver us from the pay pigs, deliver us from the pignosis. May we never become dented. May we never become a beggar like Darkside Phil. And for the unholy love of God, let us never project to our audience that the reason why he's not having a good time with a video game is because you're not giving him money, or just money being thrown at him. With that said and done, amen.